Hi, Kathy Pippin here. You probably have watched my videos on Facebook, and that's why you're here. You may be thinking about selling a property and you want to learn more. And that's why we want to share a lot of valuable information with you. You may be thinking about selling an investment property or your primary residence, and you have some questions and concerns. Maybe you're thinking, now that the market shifted some, am I going to be able to sell my house? How long is the house going to be on the market before it's sold? Am I going to get the price that I want? Am I going to get multiple offer on my property? So all of those are great questions, and almost every seller has the same concerns and questions in this time. So let's talk about that. Now, I want to warn you that when you finish watching this video, you are going to walk away with a lot of good, valuable information. And there is so much involved that I want you to reach out to me if you should have any follow-up questions. If you want to discuss your unique situation, please reach out and just fill in the quick short form on the bottom, and we'll reach out to you and we can discuss your situation. So let's talk about this. Selling a home is really can be stressful, and there are a lot of things involved. Even in the best market for sellers market, there are still homes that are sitting on the market because of a variety of reasons, and you don't want to be that seller. Now the market has shifted some. We're having great success with some of the great homes, but everything else is taking a bit longer. So you want to make sure that you do not make mistakes when selling your home. The very first thing is that work with a skillful, experienced local realtor. And in this video, I am going to share with you what we do to help our clients. Now, I have a whole document here that it's a guide for selling a property. And I'm going to go through some of the most important pages of that with you guys. Now, the first step is setting a right price. So pricing is not really what you want. I have to say, I'm sorry, but pricing is not what your neighbor wants you to sell it, or what you need, because you've spent X dollar amount on the house and you want to be able to get that back when you sell it. It's really not the price that what another agent says, or what it costs to build your house and what you paid for. So it's none of that. The price of a home really has to do with what a buyer is willing to pay. And in every market, every season, the timing is so important, what that buyer will be paying for your house, for a house like yours. Okay, so that is what we do. We look at multi-level evaluation to come up with the right price, and we help guide you to decide what that price for you is. So the next thing is to understand your situation. Do you still have a loan on the property? Is it paid off? We're going to help you to share with you what your bottom line looks like in terms of what your closing cost and other fees would look like when you're selling a property. And then the next important thing is marketing. Now, marketing is done by us, and we spend thousands of dollars on each property that we sell in print and in online marketing alone. We have a 16-step marketing program that we do for every single property that we sell. And we also do 6-level mega open houses. We're not just your typical, realtor that stick a sign for sale or open house sign in the front and put the property into MLS, which is a multiple listing systems. We go above and beyond to promote your property to more people, more potential buyers, and market it the best way, so that you get more traffic, more exposure, more interested parties, and great offers. And all you need is just one offer, but it's great to have multiple offers, and we create that. So one other thing that is so important in understanding when you're selling a property, there are really three breakdowns of it: your price, the condition of your property, and of course marketing. So price is something that we will help you and direct you and guide you to come up with a price that makes sense, that a buyer will see as a price that is doesn't make them to run away or lowballing you. Okay, and the condition is where you come in, and it's basically you as the owner will be able to improve it, make updates, repair things, and we will help you through that. We have resources, and we also help you with what would make better sense to update and change and improve on before you sell your property. And the last thing is the marketing, which again, we do all marketing, and it's on us, and we take care of that. Now, the one important thing that when we market the house and we have a good buyer, and we have a ratified contract, meaning that you have accepted a buyer's offer, at that point there are so many deadlines and activities that need to happen in order of moving toward a settlement date. And there are a lot of contingencies and conditions. Some of them is put on by the buyer, some of them the lender has to do it if they're buying it with a loan, and then there is title companies that are involved that will take care of everything for a buyer or seller. And so somebody has to watch these, and that's what we do. We watch and monitor and make sure we manage all of this contingencies, all of these deadlines, so that you as the seller are not losing time nor money. So that's super important to be to make sure that everything happens on time and not late, so that you're not incurring or you're not losing any money and time during this process. Okay, now after that, some of these buyers may remove home inspection or may not want to do have an appraisal done. This is how it was during the hottest sellers market, but since our market has shifted some, and again property specific, we might still be able to do that, we might still see that, but in most cases you as a seller will have buyers who are adding these contingencies, and that is, by the way, their right to do a home inspection, and a bank will need to do a appraisal inspection, and financing, of course, they have to get the final approval for their financing. So all of those really important, and at any of those steps or contingencies, a buyer can legally void the contract and walk away. So they have the right to walk away and get their EMD, earnest money deposit, back. Now, when we are representing sellers, we make sure the offer that is being accepted by you, that we really check and kind of pre-qualify them and reach out and gather as much intelligence as we can about that offer, about the buyer situation, so that we make sure that it's strong enough so that they do not cancel halfway with you, so that they do not cancel or void the contract before the settlement. So I said that twice because it is so important. And unfortunately, there are a lot of times that we see buyers have voided, and that really just messed up and created all sorts of problems, perhaps also legal problems for the seller. So here the seller has to go hire an attorney to perhaps sue or get bring the deal to some sort of a satisfaction. But at any rate, what we do that part very thoroughly and make sure that to the best that is available to us, that it's all checked in, and that we make sure that it's all strong enough for you to accept it. So my phone is ringing here, but I want you to know that every seller situation is different, okay? Your situation for selling your property is different from the next person, your neighbor, for instance. The properties are different. Your situation is different. You may have a loan still on it. Your neighbor may not have a loan on that. And all of this play a big factor. These are just few elements that would make a seller different from another seller, because there are so many factors and elements involved. So every situation is different. You need a good guidance, so when you're selling your house, that you don't end up halfway and now your buyer backed out and you have to put the house back on the market and remarket it again and start all over. You've lost time and you've lost money. So that is so important. Be careful of that. For your situation, contact me. Fill out the email and the phone number below, and I will reach out to you to have a private consultation, so we can talk about your situation, your specific situation, so we can guide you through it, and you can be successful at it, rather than doing something that the price is not right, the condition of home is not matching the price, and you don't know which buyer or what offer that you got, if it's good or not. These are all very important tasks, and they really do need an experienced eye to look at that, to help you guide you and help you to decide. So contact me for your situation, and let's reach out, and I'll be happy to make an appointment and discuss your private situation, and then help you from there. Okay, until next time, bye bye.